Listen carefully to these two sentences. The students who study in this university work very hard. Now listen to this one. The students studying in this university work very hard. Did you notice something? The second sentence is shorter, but the meaning is exactly the same. So where did who study go? Did it just disappear? Actually, it didn't disappear. It was reduced. And that's exactly what we're learning today. Reduced relative clauses, a powerful grammar tool that makes your English sound more natural, more advanced, and more efficient. Let's break it down step by step so that even beginners can master it. Step 1. Understand what a relative clause is. Before we reduce anything, we first need to understand relative clauses. A relative clause is a clause that gives extra information about a noun. It usually starts with words like who, which, and that. Example: the man who lives next door is a doctor. Let's analyze this sentence. The man. The clause describing the man is who lives next door. This clause helps us know which man we are talking about, so this part is called a relative clause. Step 2. What is a reduced relative clause? A reduced relative clause is simply a shorter version of a relative clause. We remove some words, but the meaning stays the same. Example: full relative clause. The man who lives next door is a doctor. Reduced relative clause. The man living next door is a doctor. We removed who lives and replaced it with living. Shorter sentence, same meaning, much smoother. Native speakers use this structure all the time in conversations, books, news articles, academic writing. So learning this will really upgrade your English. Step 3. The two key rules. Reduced relative clauses follow two main rules, and these rules are based on voice, not tense. This is the key point many learners miss. Rule 1. Active meaning, use verb ing. If the sentence is active, we reduce the clause to verb ing. Let's look at an example. Full clause. The students who study in the library are very hardworking. Who is doing the action? The students study. So the students are active. Now we reduce it. Remove who. Change study to studying. Result: the students studying in the library are very hardworking. Same meaning, shorter sentence. Another example. Full clause. The woman who works at the front desk can help you. Reduced clause. The woman working at the front desk can help you. Again, the woman does the action, so we use working. Step 4. Passive meaning. Use verb 3 or past participle. Now let's look at the second rule. If the clause is passive, so we reduce it using verb 3, also called the past participle. Example: full clause. The book which was written by the professor is very popular. Here, the book receives the action. The professor wrote the book, so the sentence is passive. Now reduce it. Remove which was. Keep the past participle written. Results: the book written by the professor is very popular. Another example. Full clause. The houses that were built in 1900 are still standing. Reduced clause. The houses built in 1900 are still standing. Again, the houses received the action, so we use built. Step 5. Compare active and passive. Let's compare two examples to make this crystal clear. Active example. The boy who is playing the guitar is my brother. Reduced version. The boy playing the guitar is my brother. The boy plays, so we use playing. Passive example. The guitar that was made in Spain is expensive. Reduced version. The guitar made in Spain is expensive. The guitar received the action, so we use made. Bear in mind, if the sentence is active, change it into verb ing, and if the sentence is passive, change it into verb 3. Simple rule, easy to remember. Step 6. Why reduced relative clauses are useful. Reduced relative clauses help us, first, avoid long sentences. Second, sound more natural. Third, write more efficiently, especially in formal writing. Compare these two sentences. The researchers who conducted the experiment published the results. Or, the researchers conducting the experiment published the results. The second one sounds smoother and more professional. Quick summary. Let's review the most important idea. Reduced relative clauses follow two simple rules. 1. If the noun does the action, or active sentence, use verb ing. Example. The people who live here becomes the people living here. 2. If the noun receives the action, or passive sentence, use verb 3. Example. The car that was damaged in the accident becomes the car damaged in the accident. That's the key to understanding reduced relative clauses. Practice time. Let's see if you really understand it. Question 1. The students studying in the classroom are preparing for the test. What is the full relative clause? A. Who's studying in the classroom? B. Who are studying in the classroom? C. Which studying in the classroom? D. Who study the classroom? Correct answer, B. Explanation. Studying in the classroom is a reduced clause. The students are doing the action, so we use verb ing. The full clause is who are studying in the classroom. Question 2. The bridge built in 1950 is still strong. What is the full relative clause? A. Which built in 1950? B. Which was built in 1950? C. Who built in 1950? D. Which building in 1950? Correct answer, B. Explanation. The bridge received the action, so the structure is passive. The reduced clause uses built, which is a past participle. The full clause is which was built in 1950. Question 3. The man living next door is a famous actor. Why do we use living? A. Because the sentence is passive. B. Because the man receives the action. C. Because the man does the action. D. Because the sentence is future tense. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The man does the action. He lives next door. So the clause is active, and we reduce it using verb ing. Full clause. The man who lives next door is a famous actor. Now, here's something interesting. Once you understand reduced relative clauses, you will start seeing them everywhere, in books, articles, movies, and conversations. So here's a challenge for you. After this video, try to notice reduced relative clauses when you read or listen to English. You might be surprised how common they are. If this lesson helped you understand English grammar more clearly, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who are learning English. Because remember, everyone can learn English. And I'll see you in the next lesson.